Today is Tuesday, August 10th, and today, same as last week, 5x5 on back squats, 5x5 on overhead press, and then some accessories. A lot of accessories like, dumbbell bench press, Bulgarian split squats, just body weight, banded hamstring curls, seated box jumps, and back extensions. A lot of accessories on Tuesdays, and I do similar accessories on Saturdays. But today with back squats, they went okay. They definitely went better than they did last week. Last week I was having trouble with weight that was lighter than the weight that I was working with this week. Mostly just because I feel like I wasn't properly using my hips and I wasn't in a great position to push. It was sort of a combination of sitting too far back and not sitting far back enough. It was pretty inconsistent. But here with 345, with my last warm-up, I knew things were going to go pretty well, given how those felt. You can see here that my positioning compared to last week is a lot better, which is making these move a lot better as well. Another thing I'm thinking about is just exerting as much power as I can, like moving the weight as fast as I can. And one thing I like to do is sort of just like imagine or visualize like certain lifters that I know who move really fast and move really aggressively. So like when it comes to back squats, the person I think of trying to imitate in terms of power output is I don't know if this is how to pronounce it, but Idalberto Aranda, I think that's his name. Very old school lifter, but he moves with weight so fast. Like he stands up with like 280 kilos faster than I stand up with the bar. And that's the sort of type of power that I'm trying to like visualize myself exerting and moving the weight with. Here with this third set, the first two were pretty solid in terms of like, I guess, ease of the lift as well as overall positioning. Third set was also pretty solid, except the last 2 reps I was pretty far forward. This last rep right here, you can sort of leave me, you can see my heels leave the ground. Yeah, right there. And that did not feel very good. And then one thing too, I sort of figured that walking out that far was probably gassing me more than necessary. And so this set I decided to face the other way and squat from the rack. But with this set, I was pretty distracted because I realized I forgot to move the safeties. And that's just where they were set when I came into the gym. But I couldn't tell if like just squatting, like I was a little bit hesitant on going as deep as possible just because I didn't know if I would hit the safeties or not. But that's why I sort of was hesitant and wasn't able to push as hard. And then I lowered the safeties, but for this last set, I was honestly just very tired. And I sort of just had to push through them. And they ended up being not particularly great. Overall they went well. So hopefully this background music playing a few houses down is not seeping into this recording, but we'll see, I guess. And then back squats and then overhead press. Just 10 pounds up from what I hit last week, and what I hit last week was really easy. It was 135. And so this week was similarly very easy. 145 is, I've done sets of 5 at much higher weight than 145 before. Just thinking about like leaning back as I bring the bar back down and as I push up, sort of like an incline bench press. And then shifting my center of gravity as I get past like the halfway point through the range of motion, and getting my hips back and pushing my head through. All of the same things that I've been thinking about with overhead press for the last however many weeks I've been doing these. Last warm up here. And then first set. Yeah, these are pretty easy. Yep, no problems here. Same with the rest of these. I mean, they get a little bit harder and harder progressively. And there's some reps where I like sort of, I push a little bit too far out instead of just straight up. And then some reps I just sort of lose balance. But overall, I mean, the weight is light, so I'm like not really struggling. I bet like if the weight was a lot heavier, those reps where I'm sort of losing balance or pushing a little bit too far forward off of the chest or off the bottom, it would probably fuck me up more than they did with this weight. But that's just an adjustment I'll have to make and try to be more consistent with. Consistent with not doing. I really hope this music that's playing next door is not leaking into this recording, because they are playing Billie Jean by Michael Jackson. And then last set right here. Yeah, still very easy. Definitely have room to push. Next week I'll probably hit 355 on the overhead press, and then hopefully 375 on the back squats. I've done 375 for 5x5 before on squats, but I think I have gotten weaker probably since then, so I don't know if I'll have it in me, but it's definitely the number I'm going to shoot for next week. And then moved on to accessories. Lots of them. Like I mentioned before, dumbbell bench press, Bulgarian split squats, seated box jumps. These are pretty fun to do, honestly. Just makes me feel very athletic. And then, just simple banded hamstring curls, just getting blood flowing through the muscles, and then finished off with some back extensions. So that's how the day went. Pretty solid work. That's about it.